Hi guys, we are going to go over specific and contingent praise. This is one of many small trainings we're working on for strategies to encourage positive behavior in the classroom. I'm Rebecca Camp and I'm a Northwest ISD behavior interventionist. I want to let you know that this is adapted with permission from Region 4 Education Service Center, and thank you to Dr. Diane Myers for providing some of these trainings that we can adapt for our own districts and needs. So the most common social reinforcer is praise. Not only is it used in the classroom, but also throughout the campus. Praise is the most widely used reinforcer. Not only is it inexpensive, but it is very valuable. And we'll go over some ways to better serve our kids when we provide praise. So the most effective praise is specific and contingent. And we're going to talk about what makes it specific and what makes it contingent. And contingent praise should occur immediately after the behavior and specifically stated. So why would specific and contingent praise be more beneficial than standard praise statements like, good job? The statement serves as a prompt for other students. The student knows you're really paying attention to his or her behavior, or the student knows exactly what he or she did to earn the praise. These are all valuable things that are encompassed by this specific and contingent praise. So we're going to go over some examples or non-examples for the following. See if the praise statement is specific and contingent or just a generalized statement. So, Rod, I like how you're sitting quietly. So, is it specific or is it general? This one would be specific. Not only did the teacher provide the student's name, but also named the behavior exactly for what the praise was for. I like how you're sitting quietly, not just, Rod, good job. So let's look at the second one. And Todd, you're doing a great job. So just like above, I just said as a non-example, is you're doing a great job. The student doesn't know what kind of job, what it was for, and maybe you didn't catch it, but right before you praised Todd, he may have been engaged in some behavior that was not acceptable for your classroom. But when you say you're doing a great job, he might question, okay, was it the behavior that I just demonstrated or what she caught me doing? So class, you all did very well staying on task yesterday. That's not contingent. Specific and contingent praise can be at the individual or group level, but there's no contingency here. Ned, you're doing a great job taking notes. So yes, this is very contingent and specific. And once again, it included the child's name or the student's name. Maud, your skirt is lovely. I'm hoping that most of you guys can understand that this would not be specific or contingent praise based on any kind of academic or behavioral skill that you are looking for and would like to praise. It's just a compliment, not necessarily praise. So I like how Sherry and Terry are raising their hands. This is a great example of speaking to that Sherry and Terry are engaging in a behavior that is appropriate for the classroom, and it's specific rather than Sherry and Terry, great job, or Sherry and Terry are participating. So Nelson, that's the way to do it. Nelson, keep it up. Does Nelson really know what to keep up and what the way to do it is? So this would be not specific. And Ralph, you're making a lot of progress with your independent work. That will help you next year in junior high. This is definitely specific and contingent and will provide Ralph with the knowledge of exactly what he's doing, why he's doing it, making a lot of progress with independent work. It is very specific, it's contingent, and will allow Ralph to grow from that statement rather than just a generalized statement. So what makes this last example so strong is a statement points out the positive outcome of engaging in that behavior as well. How can we improve our praise? Okay, to make specific contingent praise even more effective, we can let the student know the why and the benefits of the appropriate behavior. An example is, Juliet, I like how your desk is organized. When you're organized, you feel better and can accomplish more. For the following examples, add a benefit. So Romeo, great job getting a 98 on your spelling test. Another way to put it, would be spelling words correctly will help you improve your writing skills. That's including the why statement. Othello, I like how you helped Desdemona in picking up the belongings she dropped. An example for a much more specified and contingent praise would be, doing nice things for others will make them more likely to do nice things for you. Iago, you did well taking turns on the playground. Another example to make it more meaningful would be, taking turns and sharing will help you with making friends. Polonius. So terrific job, Polonius. You were able to stay quiet during all of math class, which is great, but we're not really looking at the why and the positively stated behavior. So another example would be, when you're quiet, you and the other students can get the most out of their learning. So you can still say, terrific job. These are just things that you could additionally say on top of these comments above or critiques above for the kids Romeo, Othello, Iago, and Polonius. So when we realize that using specific contingent praise statements, and especially those adding that benefit, it can seem awkward at first, but once you move from the acquisition phase into that fluency, though, it will become much easier. Eventually the skills will generalize and you'll be doing it all the time. So let's go over keeping it sincere. Praise should always sound sincere. This should not be a scripted conversation, but just as what was said, more practice makes it more fluent, but you do have to practice in the beginning. But remember that it should sound sincere, not facetious, not as if you're a robot and have to do it. So you want to say it in a natural tone and volume. And use your own kind of language. So, and make eye contact when delivering the praise statement. So praise should vary in content and tone according to the situation, to a student preference. So if we use the same phrase over and over, for instance, I like how ... the praise will become redundant and sound less sincere and lose some meaning for your students. Students can satiate on certain phases, which means that once you give praise over and over and over again, especially when you are not sounding sincere or it sounds robotic, that means that it becomes almost ineffective for students because they know it's a scripted statement. Deliver praise in your natural demeanor. So if you're a naturally cheerful and bubbly person, then your praise should sound cheerfully and bubbly. But if you're not naturally cheerful, don't force it, because delivering, it's going to sound strange and insincere to your students. And delivering praise as you would deliver other information to students, using your normal tone of voice and who you are in body language, makes it more effective and make it a part of your daily routine, and it will soon become automatic. Praise is a strategy that you can easily improve with self-management, which we'll be talking about in a bit. So this is a great video discussing examples of opportunities to respond and demonstrate and praise for appropriate behavior. It goes along the lines of 5 to 1 gets the job done, meaning 5 praise statements to 1 corrective statement. And you're going to notice and praise the effort rather than the outcome.
Nice, Blue. Way to open up the field. That's excellent. Oh, really smart to get a bunch of quick passes. 1 point for Blue right there. Nice angle. That's a good angle. Okay, so this is really good because you're giving her an option. So she ran into the ball to catch to get it. And when you didn't get it, what I'd like to see next time is if you peel away, right? So magic ratio is 5 to 1, 5 positives to 1 criticism or correction. Oh, that's it. I like it. Way to call for it. Way to tell your teammate where you are. But because your hips were like this, you couldn't get the ball over here, and you're really easy to defend. Research shows that in order for them to learn, in order for them to take in information, they have to be in a place to take in information. Then we have to find a way to fill their tanks. We have to find a way to give them those positives. Perfect. Make a run for the ball. There you go. You guys got it. If we can get our athletes into this ratio zone where they are receiving 5 positives to every 1 criticism or correction I want to make, now they're in a place where they can take in information. Okay, so let's make sure we're moving on the different angle, right? So those are all different things that you guys are doing really well as a team.
All right, so that was a great example of specific praise and the 5 to 1 corrective statements, or 5 to 1 positive statements to 1 corrective statements, and definitely focusing on the outcome to guide and coach her students. So this is another video that I'm not going to share right now throughout this presentation, just to keep it short, but it is amazing. It is a study by Carol Dweck, and talking about 2 types of students and different assessments they gave, speaking to either performance or effort. And it is pretty amazing to see the response from the controlled group with praise statements regarding actual achievement versus the effort that was put in. So I encourage you to watch it, and I graciously thank you for listening, and I hope this helps with you guys.